This is the Roulette Master, and I am so excited today because a mathematician from Italy by the name of David Romascaglia has just submitted a system, and he said this will make you guys tons of money. This is the Super Money Roulette system by David, and let's go ahead and place the bets. Here we go. So we're going to have $1 on the 000, and then this is what the bets are going to look like right here. Starting out, we're going to have 3 different levels of bets, and here we go. Okay, so you can see that's a $16 bet to start. Let's go ahead and spin, and let's make some money with this Mathematician's roulette system. And that's a 20 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go ahead and double up the bets from 16 to 32. And let's see if we can get a win right here. That's a 24 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we're going to double up again from 32 to 64, and there's huge jackpot potential for this one. He said there is a little bit of risk, but you'll make a ton of money once you start getting some hits. And we lost again, so not the best start. We'll double up to 128. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system, and these are dollar units. That's a 3 red. How about that? That's a $160 win. We're up $48. And now we're going to go ahead and move to the next level. We're going to put $1 on 000, and then we're going to have the bets look just like this in level 2. Okay, and here we go. Okay, now we have that $16 total bet. Let's spin, and let's get some good wins here. That's a 6 black. We just moved that one from there. But that's okay. We're going to double up again from 16 to 32. And huge jackpot potential on this one. We just need to hit some good numbers. And that's a 14 red there. How about that? That's a $58 win. We're up $90. If we're not in session profit, we're just going to rebet again and spin. So we're just going to place that same bet, same spot. And that's a 12 red. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and double up again from 32 to 64. And here we go. That's an 8 black, another loss, so we're going to double up again. We're going to go from 64 to 128. Again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. And here we go. That's a 29 black. And that's another loss. We'll double up again to 256, but we have plenty of bankroll to do so. We just need to get a win here in the next few spins, and that's a 20 black. Okay, that's a nice $320 win. We're up $186 now. So we're going to go ahead and move the bets now. So let's go ahead and go to level 3 of the bets. And here we go. So now we're going to have it look just like this. Oh, actually, we got to put these in here. Make sure this is in the right spot. And yeah, they would go right here. And then this one goes the other way. Just like that. Okay, $16 total bet. Let's spin, and let's establish some new profit here. That's a 15 black. Okay, we lost that one. Let's go ahead and double up from 16 to 32. And can't wait to share with you some of these huge jackpots at this system. That's a 31 black. All right, that's a $40 win. We're up $210. We're just going to rebet and spin. And let's see if we can get another good hit here. That's an 8 black, and we lost that one, so we're going to double up again. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we're at $64 total bet, and it'd be nice to get a high number here. Let's see if we can do that. That's a 19 red, and that's not high enough, so we're going to go ahead and double up again from 64 to 128. And I'm feeling this one. Let's get it. There we go, 32 red. How about that? That's a $232 win. Now we're up $346. That was a good one. So now we're back to level 1 where we started. Just like that. And the more you play this, the better you'll get at placing those bets. Just like this. Okay, there's our $16 bet. Let's go ahead and spin. And let's see if we keep winning money like David says we will. That's a 6 black. And that's a really good one. That's a $20 win. We're up $366. And let's see. Yep, that was definitely a good one. So let's move the bets again and go to level 2. Let's go ahead and do that now. And actually, this one starts right here. Goes the other direction. Just like that. And then this one, they always go the opposite direction. So it looks just like that. And let's always remember to put our dollar on 000. This is a $2,000 bankroll system. We're doing really well so far. Let's see if that continues. And that's a 1 red. Okay, we lost that one. So let's double up. 16 to 32 and spin. And here we go. That's a 19 red. All right, that's a nice $40 win. We're up $390. So let's go ahead and move the bets to level 3. And let's see, in level 3, it's going to look like this. And let's see, so we'll be back to the starting with it at the top, just like that. And then this one is always the opposite. There we go, $16 total bet. Let's see if we can get another high number here. And that's a 15 black. Okay, we lost that one, so let's double up. 16 to 32 and spin. That's a 4 black, that's a loss. Okay, let's go ahead and double up again from 32 to 64. And let's get a win right here, high number. Ooh, well, a 00 doesn't lose you anything, that's good. And that's a nice $8 win. We'll take it. So we're just, when that happens and you get a win and you're not in session profit, you keep the bets the same and you leave the bets in the same spot. That's a 27 red. How about that? That's an $80 win. Now we're at $430. We're going to go back to level 1 where we started. Just like that. Okay, there's a $16 bet. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 0. That's a good one. Just a $2 win, but it's something where we didn't lose, right? So when that happens again, and you just stay right where you're at and spin again. And the 0 basically is a hedge bet on this one. So that's a 29 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we'll double up from 16 to 32 and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 17 black. That's another loss. So we'll double up again. All right, we'll go 32 to 64 and see if we can get a win here. I'm feeling this one. I guess I wasn't feeling it. So let's go ahead and double that up from 64 to 128. Come on, let's get a low number here. 11 maybe? Oh, 30. That's not what we wanted. Okay, we're going to have to double up again, but we have the bankroll to do it. This is a $2,000 bankroll system. Let's get a low number on this one. Another high number. That doesn't help us out much. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and double up again. Now we're at 512. And here we go. And man, that's another bad one. 28 black. Let's see what we have left in the bankroll. And we have about $1,500 left. And at this point, you do not double from here on. You go ahead and just spin again. So once you get to the 512 level, you just stay right here. Okay, that's a 5 red. That's a $928 win. We're up $352. Okay, so we didn't need to double on that one. So let's go to the next level. That's awesome. We're back up $352. Let's see why. And it's because we hit the 5 has 2 bets on it right there. So that's awesome. Let's go to level 2. Okay, so here we go. Actually, this one starts right here. Just like that. Okay. That was a nice surprise. And there's our $16 bet again. We're in the second level, and let's spin. That's a 19 red. That's a good $20 win there. We're up $372. Let's go ahead and move the bets. Okay, so we're going to have them now right here in level 3. Whoops. Oops, actually I put those in the wrong spot, guys. Let me fix that. Here we go. If you make a mistake, you just fix it as quick as you can, and then place your next bet. Okay, there's a $16 bet once we get on the 000. That's the good thing about knowing how much the total bet is, so that if you're off by $1, you know you're missing that 000 bet, and that's a 16 red. Okay, we lost that one. Let's double up and spin. And huge jackpot potential if you hit those ones near the top of the cross there, and that's a 10 black. And that's a $32 loss. We're going to double up to 64 and spin. That's a 32 red, and that should be a good win there. $116 win. We're at $440. Let's go back to level 1. Okay, just like that. Okay, so let's spin. $16 total bet. That's a 13 black. That's a nice $20 win. We're at $460. And we need to move the bets again. So let's do that. Just like that. Oops. This one actually will go right here. There we go. Oh, let me fix that. Okay, there's our $16 bet. Let's keep it rolling. That's a 5 red. That's a loss. So we're going to double that up. Okay, so we're doubling up from 16 to 32. And let's see if we can hit near the top of one of those crosses here. That's a 0, so at least we didn't lose. We got a little win there. It's a $4 win, and when that happens, we just rebet and spin and keep the bet the same. So let's do that. That's a 25 red. Hey, that's a $22 win. Okay, we're at 470. Let's see. So that one was okay. We can go ahead and move. Anytime you can reset, it's a good thing. And let's do that. So we're going to level 3 here. Got to protect that bankroll. And again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. And let's see what we get here. That's a 31 black. That's a $20 win. We're at 490. We'll move the bets back to level 1. And spin. All right, here we go. That's a 10 black. That's a nice $20 win. We're at 510. We'll move the bets again. So let's do that. Oops, not there though. Here we go. All right, and this one's always opposite of the first one. Okay, let's spin. So far, so good. Okay, that's a 21 red. It's a nice $20 win. We're at $530. Let's move the bets again. Level 3. And our 000, don't forget that. And let's go ahead and spin. And that's a 0, so that won't hurt us any. We'll just rebet. We'll take our $2 win there. That's basically a hedge bet. So, actually, I'm sorry, we need to go back to 16. Let me make sure that's right. Okay, yeah, it is. Let's go ahead and spin. You don't need to double the bet if you get a $2 win. That's a 17 black. Okay, we lost that one. Let's double up. 16 to 32 and spin. That's a 33 black. How about that? That's a $22 win. We're at 538. Let's move the bets. And here we go. Back to level 1. All right, let's spin. Here we go. Let's see, 13 black. That's a nice $20 win there. We're up 558. We'll move the bets again. Just like that. And spin. And so far so good. We had a little bit of a long progression early on, but so far or since then we haven't had much trouble at all. But let's double up here and spin. Let's see if we get another good win here. That's a 14 red. All right, that's a nice $58 win. So let's go ahead and close it out right there. That's a $600 win with the Mathematician David Scaglia's system. He's from Italy. I hope you enjoyed that one. And if you have a system, send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Also, check out those new cash out shirts at theroulettemaster.com. And on the back they say declare victory over the casino. So that would be fantastic. Really appreciate everyone's support. And now it's time for a video that's trending on YouTube. I think you're going to absolutely love. If you want to stick around, that would be fantastic. And let's jump into that right now. Thanks for sticking around. I think you're going to love this one. And this is called the life-changing roulette system that I'm using all week long. And let's get started.
This is the Roulette Master, and today I'm going to share with you another strategy that Sonny used to turn $1 million into $50 million. A lot of you asked me if that was the only system that he uses, and he also uses this one as well. And this one's going to be an American roulette. And just so you guys know, yesterday's should have had a 000 as well. And let's go ahead and get started. We're going to put Sonny's new system up against Triple Martingale today. 15 minutes of playtime each, and let's go ahead and get started with that first. So this will be Triple Martingale, and then we'll follow it with Sonny's new roulette system. That's one of the ones he used to turn $1 million into $50 million. So I can't wait to share with you the second strategy that he uses. And here we go. The timer's set. We're up $10 with Triple Martingale. And let's just rebet and spin. I'm going to show you everything you need to know to make money with both these roulette systems. And that's a 6 black there. And that's definitely another win. So we're up 20.
No more bets.
Let's spin again here. And here we go. That's a 9 red. Okay, and that's another win. We're up 30 now. And one of the advantages of Triple Martingale is that when you do get a win, you've made all your money back and you can restart immediately. And that's a 28 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go from 10 to 30. We're going to triple the bet. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's 11 black. Okay, that's a $30 win. So we go back to 10. You can see we're up $40 so far. And we're just a minute in out of 15 with the first strategy today. And here we go. That's a 2 black. That's another win. So we're up 50. Let's just rebet and spin again. And that's a 20 black. Okay, that's a $10 win. We're up 60. This is a $2,000 bankroll system. But just remember, you can always divide that by 10 and do $200 bankroll with dollar units. So remember that for the low rollers out there. And that's a 16 red. And that's another win. We're already up $70.
No more bets.
All right, let's spin again. Here we go. And that's a 00. That's definitely a loss. So we're going to go from 10 to 30. And again, $2,000 bankroll on $10 units, $200 bankroll on dollar units. We're 2 minutes in out of 15 with the first one here. And there's another loss. So now we're going to go from 30 to 90 on each. There we go. Okay, now we have a 180 total bet. And man, I can't wait to share with you this other system Sonny's been using. It's a different progression than you've probably seen before. And he's been using it to win just ridiculous amounts of money in the casino. We're up 80 now. We got the win, so we are back at $10 on each. We're 2.5 minutes in, and that's a loss with a 27 red. So we're going to go from 10 to 30 and spin. Here we go. I've been really appreciating all the comments. It helps me get you guys what you like out of the channel, and I think that's fantastic. Again, after any win, you always go back to 10 with triple martingale. We're up $90 right now. That's the main benefit of it, is it recovers all losses when you get a win. But there's another loss. That's a 36 red. So we're going to go from 10 to 30 and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 26 black. And that's a loss. And that was at 30. So we're going to go to 90 now on each of those. Let me get the bets right. Here we go. Okay, now we have 90 each, 180 total. And let's spin. That's a 1 red. That's a win. So fantastic. So we'll go back to 10. And we're up $100 already. So fantastic there. And here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a loss with a 31 black. Okay, so we're going to triple the bet from 10 to 30. Here we go. $60 total bet now. We're 4 minutes in out of 15 with triple martingale, and then we're going to follow it with Sonny's amazing roulette system that he's been using to win ridiculous amounts of money in the casino. So let's go back to 10 after that win. We're up $110. We're picking up a unit of profit after each win, and that's a loss with a 30 red. So we're going to go from 10 to 30 on first and second 12 still, and here we go. That's a 30 red. And that's a loss at 30 each, so we're going to go to 90, triple again, and spin. And here we go. Let's see what we get. There's a win, 21 red. Again, the benefit of triple martingale is when you do get a win, you don't have to have multiple wins. You just reset. Now we're up $120 already, 5 minutes in out of 15. That's another win with the 16 red. Okay, we're up 130 now. We'll just rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a 6 black. That's another win. So we're up 140. We'll just rebet and spin. Try to get to 150 profit here. Let's see what we get. It's a 22 black. All right, so we're up 150, rebet and spin. Here we go. There's a double zero, so that's definitely a loss. So we're going to go from 10 to 30 and spin $30 each now. So triple the bet after losses, and if you get one win, you start over. That's a 4 black, and we won. Okay, so we're already up $160. We're going to go back to 10 on each after that win. Any win, you restart. That's the main benefit of this. That is a 16 red. And we're 6 minutes and 10 seconds in. We're up 170 now. Let's spin again here. And that's a loss. That's a 29 black. So we'll go from 10 to 30. And spin. We have a $60 total bet now. And here we go. And that's another loss. So back-to-back losses there. We're going to go from 30 to 90. And when you have 24 numbers, though, you usually don't have too many losses in a row, but it can happen. Let's see what happens here. And just like that, we hit a double zero. So now we have to go from 90 to 270. So let's do that. We have to double the bet. Okay, let's go ahead and spin, and let's see if we can get a first and second 12 here. And we did. We got the win, so we restart. 270 win. We're up $180, and we go back to the start again here. Let's see what we get. That's a 24 black. And we're up 190. We'll just rebet and spin again here. I can't wait to share this new system with you guys today that, again, Sonny's been using to make So much money in the casino, and we're going to go from 10 to 30. But as always, even with the one today, always test it out yourself before you use it in the casino. And I can't wait to see what you guys think about it. That's a 31 black. And we're going to go from 30 to 90, triple the bet. And spin 180 total bet now. We're 8 minutes in out of 15. And that's a loss. That's a 25 red. So that's back-to-back losses. So we're going to go from 90 to 270. So let's do that. That's 3 losses in a row now. There we go. Let's see if we can get a win right here. And we lost again. So let's see how much we would have to put on this next one. And so 270 plus 270 is 540. That's 640, 740. 840 minus 30 would be 810 each. Let's see how much we have. Here we go. I think I did that math right in my head here. And you're going to really like Sunny's system because it's definitely not as risky as this one. And let's see, so we have a $1,620 bet, and looks like we only have, we're minus 610 out of a $2,000 bankroll. So we have about $1,400 left. We can't bet that much, so we're going to take some of that out. Okay. Let's go ahead and spin, and let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a 4 black. Okay, that's a $1,040 win. We're at 430 now. So let's go back to 10 each. And actually didn't have enough money to put the correct bets there. And that actually worked out in our favor because I took them off of the one that we did not hit. And let's go ahead and spin. But, you know, whenever you get to a situation where you can't make the next bet, you have to decide if you're going to either walk or you're going to make, you know, a bet that's not the entire bet. And that worked out in our favor there. We're up 440. Let's just rebet and spin. But a lot of times that might not work out in your favor. So now I'm going to talk to you about, you know, the risks of all this. And obviously triple Martingale that we're doing right now, and we're up 450, is pretty risky. But you can win a lot of money quickly and cash out with this system. So what you're going to really love about Sunny's system is you're not going to be tripling, and I'll show you what to do with it. So let's go ahead and triple the bet from 10 to 30 with this one.
No more bets.
We're 10 minutes and 50 seconds in out of 15. That's a 10 black. Okay, so we're up 460. We won that one, so we're going to go back to 10 each. But just remember that we were just a hair away from losing our bankroll with that one. So that's a 12 red. And we're up 470. So I only advise using triple Martingale if you're going to play for a short period and cash out and take the money with you. But if you play for an extended amount of time with this system, we're up 480 now, you will have a really good chance of losing your bankroll. So I want to let you, but it is a system that a lot of people use to make money quick and cash out. Okay, we're up 490. Let's go ahead and spin again here. We're 11 minutes and 45 seconds in. That's a 7 red. Okay, we're up 500. We'll rebet and spin. We have 3 minutes left with this one. And that's a 0, so that's a loss. So we're going to triple the bet from 10 to 30. Here we go.
No more bets.
And spin. That's a 23 red. Okay, we're up 510, rebet, but we don't rebet, I'm sorry, we go back to 10 each because we won. That's the thing you always want to remember with triple Martingale is you're always restarting if you get a win. And that's at 27 red, that's a loss. And we will triple the bet. All right, now we have 30 on each, 60 total. And again, I got really lucky on that last one, the last bet there. Really, really lucky. And now we're going to go from 30 to 90. And that's why I always want you guys to test these out on a simulator before you try them in the casino and get, develop your own opinion of if you like them or not, and then share that with the rest of the community. Okay, we'll go back to 10 each after that win. We're up 520, and let's spin. All right, here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's a win. We're up 530. Let's spin again and see what we get here. It's a 24 black. Okay, so we're up 540. Spin again. Still at the $10 level, and we're 13 and a half minutes in out of 15. That's a 33 black. Okay, we're going to triple to 30. And again, I only advise using this for short periods of time to win a lot and cash out, but it can be very effective. And that's a 21 red. We're up 550, and we're going to restart after that win. $10 on each, and we have a minute left with this one before we start Sonny's second system that he uses to clean up in the casino. And there's a loss, so we'll go from 10 to 30 and spin. Here we go. And that's a 29 black. That's another loss. So now we're going to go from 30 to 90 and spin, and we'll see if we're as lucky this time, and see if we get a win here. And we did. That's a 6 black. Okay, so we're up 560, and we'll go back to the original bet. All right, $10 on each. And I bet you guys are getting ready for your Thanksgiving festivities. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are up to. And maybe some of you are going to the casino. All my cousins are coming into town, and we're definitely going to the casino. So let me know if you guys are going to the casino for Thanksgiving as well. And we're up 570. All right, let's spin. Oh, this is our last spin. We just hit 15 minutes, and that's a loss. So, all right, that's where we will finish Triple Martingale. We're up $550, but again, we got very, very lucky. In fact, the final bet, I couldn't even place all of the money, and the one that I took the bet off of ended up being the one that did not hit. So, got very lucky there. And remember, Triple Martingale is a system you want to play for a short period of time and cash out. Don't play for extended periods of time. But now, I can't wait to share with you Sonny's second roulette system that he's been using. Again, he used both of these systems to turn $1 million into $50 million in the casino. And I can't wait to share this with you. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, it is time for Sonny's second roulette system. It's one of the systems he used to turn $1 million into $50 million. I can't wait to share this with you. I will say yesterday's video was supposed to have a 000 just like this one. And I'm going to explain why, because this system also bets on the second and third column for the same reason I told you in yesterday's video. If you didn't see it, go back and watch that one. But basically, in the second and third column, there's a lot of numbers grouped together when you're on an American wheel, and that improves your chances of hitting one of those. And Sonny says never ever, whether you use this system or the one yesterday, never ever bet on the first column. So let's go ahead and start and spin with $20 out there, and the timer's going. Here we go. Okay, and we lost the first one. And with this system, when we lose, we're going to start out by doubling, but that's not all. So I'll show you what else we're going to do here in a second. It's a 22 black. Okay, and we lost again, so we're going to double one more time. But there's a lot more to it to that. Hang in there. I'm going to show you here in a second. That's an 8 black. Okay, when we get a win, we're going to leave the bet the same. So let's do that now. That's a 19 red. And we lost, so we're going to double again. and
No more
spin.
bets.
And here we go. Okay, that's a 21 red. And that's a win. So after you get a win, you leave the bet the same. So we're going to bet again here at 80 each, 160 total. That's a 12 red. And when you get 2 wins in a row, you go back to the original bet. You can see we're up $60 now.
No more bets.
And let's spin. I'll go through this again with you and show you everything else you need to know to win money with this one. And that's a 31 black. And that's a loss. So we're going to double the bet
No more bets.
and spin. Here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, that's a win. So after we get a win, we leave the bet the same
No more
for
bets.
1 spin. And if we get a win, we restart. We did not. We hit double zero. So we double again. Now we have an $80 total bet.
No more
Let's
bets.
go ahead and spin here again. That's another loss with the zero. Okay, so we'll double the bet again.
No
Now
more
we're on
bets.
160 total bet. There we go. And that's an 18 red. And that's a win. So when we get our win, we leave the bet the same.
No more
So
bets.
80 each, 160 total. And we try to get 2 wins in a row. And that's a 13 black. We did not though, so we have to double the bet again. This is a $2,000 bankroll system as well. And here we go. But you can use $200 if you use dollar units, so remember that. And that's another loss. Okay, so we're starting out kind of rough with this one, but that's
No more
okay.
bets.
When you're using 24 numbers, we have a really good chance of hitting this next one. And that's a 32 red. We got the win. So now we leave the bet the
No
same.
more bets.
And we try to get 2 in a row. That's a 30 red. And we got it. So we restart. We're up $180 already.
No more bets.
So that's incredible. All right. Okay, that is a 21 red. And that's a win. So if we win, we just keep it the same
No more bets.
and spin again. Here we go. Okay, that's a 15 black. That's another win. So now we're up $200 already. And let's spin again here. I'm liking this one already. And we had a few bad spins to start, but I think we're on track now. And there's a loss, so we're going to double the bet. And now we have a $40 total bet, 20 on each. All right, it's a 34 red. That's another loss, so we're going to double the bet.
No more bets.
There we go. Now we have $80 total bet, 40 on each. That's a 26 black. That's a win, so we leave the bet the same when we get a win. So we have 40 each, 80 total again here. And that's a 36 red. And we got 2 wins in a row, so we restart. Now you can see we're up 220. All right, let's go ahead and spin again here. We're 4.5 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 25 red. That's a loss, so we'll double the bet.
No more bets.
Now we have a $40 total bet here. Okay, that's an 18 red. We got the win, so we leave the bet the same.
No
We
more
try to
bets.
get 2 wins in a row here. Let's see what we get. And that's a 17 black. And we did, so we restart back to 10. And we're up 240 now.
No more
All right,
bets.
let's spin again here. Here we go. All right, let's get a win here. And that's a 28 black. And we lost, so we'll double the bet from 20 to 40. And that's 20 on each. Here we go. And that's a 9 red. That's a win, so we leave the bet the same. And we try to get 2 wins in a row here. Here we go. That's a 2 black. And we did get 2 wins in a row, so we restart. We're up 260 now.
No more bets.
All right, let's go ahead and spin. I'm really liking this one so far, and I'm really glad that Sonny shared this with us, and that's a 27 red. That's a win. We're up 270. Let's just rebet and spin. Just have 10 on second, 10 on third, and column that is, and that's a 31 black. That's a loss, so let's double the bet to 40. 20 on each, and let's spin. And here we go. It's 11 black. That's a win, so we leave the bet the same. And spin. Here we go. It's a 34 red. And we lost, so we doubled the bet to 80. That's 40 on each. Here we go. It's a 13 black. And that's another loss, so let's double the bet. 80 each, 160 total now. We're almost 7 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 9 red. That's a win, so we leave the bet the same. 80 each, and let's see if we can get a second win in a row. And that's a 2 black. I think we did it. So we restart. We're up $310 already. All right, let's spin. Back at base level, 10 on each, and here we go. That's a 16 red. And that's a loss, so we'll double the bet. 20 each, 40 total. Here we go. That's a 30 red. All right, so on that one, we're going to keep the bet the same because we won. 20 each, 40 total. That's a 27 red. And we got 2 wins in a row, and we're up 330, so let's go ahead and restart. All right, 10 on each, 8 minutes in out of 15. Here we go. It's a 31 black. That's a loss, so we'll double the bet. 20 each, 40 total on second and third column. And that's a 10 black. That's another loss, so we'll double the bet. 40 each, 80 total now. Here we go. That's a 1 red. That's another loss, so we're going to go double the bet to 160, 80 on each. There we go. That's a 17 black. And that's a win, so we'll leave the bet the same. 80 each, 160 total, and see if we can get a second win in a row. And that's a 12 red. And we did, so we restart. Now you can see we're up 350. Back to the original bet again, and we're 9 minutes in out of 15. All right, that's a 35 black. That's a win. Perfect, so we're up 360 now. So we'll just rebet and spin again when you get wins on the first one. And that's a 27 red. That's a win, so we're up 370. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And that's a 13 black. That's a loss, so we'll double the bet from 20 to 40, and here we go again. Okay, that's a 7 red. That's a loss, so we'll double from 40 to 80. That's $40 on each. Here we go. That's a 17 black. That's a win. So now we'll leave the bets the same and try to get 2 wins in a row. 40 each, 80 total. Here we go. Okay, that's 11 black. And we got 2 in a row. So now we're up 390. And we go back to the original bet, $10 on second and third column. And here we go. That's a 4 black. And that's a loss, so we'll double the bet. And spin. Here we go, 20 each, 40 total now. And that's a 30 red. That's a win, so we'll leave the bet the same and spin. 20 each, 40 total still. Let's see if we can get 2 wins in a row. And that's a 1 red, so that's a loss. So we'll double the bet. Now we have 40 each, 80 total, and we're 11 minutes in out of 15. That's a 5 red. That's a win, so we'll leave the bet the same and
No
spin
more bets.
40 each, 80 total again, and try to win 2 in a row here. That's a 15 black there. And we got 2 in a row, so we restart. We're up $430 now.
No more bets.
Fantastic. I love it. I'm really digging this new system by Sunny. And that's a 17 black. All right. I can't wait for you guys to test this one out and let me know down in the comments how you do on the simulator. And also let me know if you guys, take it to the casino. We're up $440 already.
No more bets.
Let's go ahead and spin. We're 11 and a half minutes in out of 15. It's a 24 black. That's a win. So we're up 450. We'll just rebet and spin. Here we go. It's a 31 black. And that's a loss. So we'll double the bet from 20 to 40. That's 20 on each. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a win. That's a 19 red. That's a loss. So we'll double the bet.
No more
40 to 80. That's 40 on each now. Here we go. That's a 23 red. And that's a win. So now we'll leave the bet the
No
same.
more bets.
Try to get 2 wins in a row so we can restart. Here we go. That's a 27 red. That's 2 wins in a row. So we restart. We're at $470 already.
No more
That's
bets.
incredible. All right, here we go. We're 12 and a half minutes in out of 15. And that's a 16 red. That's a loss, so we will double the bet.
No
20
more
on each, 40 total now. Here we go. Okay, that's a 34 red. That's another loss. So we're going to double the bet to 80. That's 40 on each
more
now.
bets.
Here we go. See if we can get a win. That's a 33 black. That's a win. So we leave the bet the same and try to get 2 wins in a row.
No more bets.
All right, let's see if we can get the win here. That's a 3 red. And we did. That's 2 wins in a row. We restart. We're up $490.
No more
And I'm
bets.
loving this new system. I hope you guys are as well. But remember to always test it out first. And I'm looking forward to your guys' results. That's a 17 black. That's a win. Let's go ahead and rebet and
No
spin.
more bets.
And we're 13 minutes, 40 seconds in out of 15. And that's a double zero. That's a loss. Okay, so we'll double the bet.
No
From
more
20
bets.
to 40, that's 20 on each now. Have just over a minute left. That's a 28 black. And that's a loss, so we'll go from 40 to 80. That's 40 each.
No more bets.
And let's see if we can get a win here. That's a 16 red. That's another loss, so we'll go from 80 to 160. 80 on second, 80 on third. And here we go. Let's get a win. It's a 25 red. Ooh, man, that's a bunch of losses in a row there. So we're going to double the bet again
No more bets.
and spend, and we'll check our balance on this one. And that's a 17 black. We finally got a win. So now we're going to leave the bet the same, and we're just going to rebet. Here we go. That's it, 32 red. And we got 2 wins in a row. So we restart. We're up $520.
No more
All right,
bets.
let's go ahead and spin again. And actually, it's our last spin. We're about to hit 15 minutes. And that's a 13 black. Okay, and we ended up winning $500 with this one. And I think the first system, Triple Martingale, made a little bit more than that. But I think I'm going to declare this the winner for sure, because that one we couldn't even place the entire full bet, and we got really lucky on the last one. But technically it won, but I really like this system by Sunny that we just won $500 with. And I hope you guys really test this one out. It's not near as risky as Triple Martingale because you're doubling instead of tripling, and then we need 2 wins instead of 1. But it doesn't move up the progression near as fast as tripling. When you triple, you go 10, 30, and then you go 90, and then 270, and next thing you know, you're really high up there. when you're doubling, you can at least go 10, 20, 40, 80, 160, 320, 640, and you have a lot more chances to at least get the initial win. And then if you want to, you could always restart without getting the second win. That's up to you. It depends if you're in profit or not. But the system is to wait for 2 in a row. And Sonny's been having a ton of success with that. And I hope you guys have a lot of success with that when you test this out. And let me know down in the comments how you do. That helps everyone in the community out if you share how your testing results go. And then if you do decide to take it to the casino, you can share those results as well. But I always recommend testing first. And then you can make a decision for yourself whether you want to use it. Don't take my word for it. So, but that went really well. And I really liked what he's doing here. And I think that's really cool how well he's doing playing roulette in these tournaments. So again, hope you really enjoyed it. Remember to send your systems like Sonny just did to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. Remember, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. And man, I would love to. I just love seeing new systems come in every single day of the week. And I'm going to keep posting them every single day at 7 a.m. Central Time. And hope you're really enjoying it. I know I really enjoy seeing new systems every day and testing them out. So this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.